I gotta do some work on my guitar here, and I thought I'd take you along with me. I picked this guitar up here a few years back from a guy who needed a little bit of money, and it's kind of an entry-level guitar. He said 40 bucks, and I said, yep, I'll take it. And really, it turned out to be a pretty decent guitar. Plays pretty well. But I can't help but mess with things, so I ended up swapping out the pickups on it to the ones that you see now. I picked this loaded pickguard up for about 30 bucks or so on Amazon. And as you can imagine, it does not sound very good. But it gave me a good excuse to practice my soldering and also work on swapping out equipment on guitars. So that was good. But I've decided I'm going to put the original pickguard and pickups back on it because those sound way better. Here's the one I picked up on Amazon. It looks alright, but I mean, just cheap. You know. Oh, I'll probably do something with that later. I'll hang on to it. Here's the old one. The original Squire. I'm pretty sure this guitar spent at least part of its life outside. There's a ton of rust. I already removed a bunch when I picked it up, but as you can see, it's pretty rough. But that's alright. So are my tools, as you can see. I don't need anything to be super nice. I am far from an expert at soldering or anything like that, but doing things like this just gives me another excuse to practice, honestly, and I really enjoy that. And this whole process of changing this pick guard from a new one to an old one just really makes me think about why I enjoy being a maker, quote unquote, because I just like to fiddle with things. I kind of like to test stuff out, see if it works, and sometimes it doesn't, because every project comes with its challenges. I mean, maybe the pick guard doesn't quite fit, or the wiring is a little tricky, but that's the beauty of it. Each obstacle is an opportunity to learn and grow, and to push myself to find new solutions. And saying that out loud sounds lame, but to me, being a maker is all about self-expression. Whether it's woodworking, playing music, doing art, or even just me messing with the electronics on this guitar. Every project I do feels like a reflection of who I am. And it's a way of me saying that this is me and this is what I love. To many people, I'm sure it isn't that deep at all. It's just things need done, and I will do them. And that's it. But I kind of tend to go overboard with nearly everything I do. And just making this video kind of makes me think about these things. I suppose if you've made it this far in the video, you've realized it's not a how-to video. I feel kind of weird about making how-tos because honestly, I don't feel like I even know how to. I just kind of give it a shot. And that's really kind of my style. I think it's mostly about the process anyway. And I think you learn the best just jumping in. And there's plenty of other videos on YouTube of how to actually do stuff where they go through details and tool advice and all of that, but you honestly probably won't find a lot of that with me. Maybe a little. But mostly it's just me rambling while I work. I remember when I changed this pickguard from this white one to that Amazon one, and I was like, man, I really enjoy the look of this new one. But now going back, I'm like, man, I really enjoy the look of this white one. I don't know, there's something about that classic Stratocaster. Just a solid body color and a white pickguard. Now this is something that I used to not do a lot of, but I've been doing a lot more of, is oiling my fretboard. Because man, does it actually make a difference. You can see how dry it was. It has been, well, probably over a year since I've oiled this fretboard. And this F1 oil from Music Nomad works pretty good for me. I think it's fairly cheap as well, and this bottle will probably last me half of my life. So that's good. Saving money. And also saving money on strings. These Ernie balls work, once again, just fine for me. And they're pretty cheap. I think they're, I don't know, maybe $7 a pack. And I've tried lots of different strings, but I guess I'm just not that good of a player to really be able to tell the difference anyway, so these are what I use. I can say that having this workbench and a dedicated spot for changing strings and things like that has been wonderful. I keep all my tools and my strings and everything right here. I can just set up, go to town, and I think I can change a whole set of strings in, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes now. Obviously, this one was a little more involved, but still got done pretty quick, honestly. After I get the last few strings on, that's going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Maybe sometime I can give you a sound test of these guitars. But if you could hit the like and subscribe, that'd be great. Or not. You know, do whatever you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.